Leo again. I keep forgetting to tell you, where these videos are gonna be held, but it'll be written on there so you can find them somewhere on YouTube or Facebook, 'Cause I'm a Facebook junkie. So we're talking about my youthful days, and this is like number 7, video number 7, our video vlog number 7. So I went through A class, B class, grade 3 and grade 4. So I'm going to start with grade 4. Grade 3 was Miss Hilton, and had a good time there, but nothing fantastic. When you're in grade 3, you hear about grade 4. It's right. The only thing that separates grade 3 from grade 4 is a blackboard, right? It's a green board or a blackboard, whatever it is. I don't remember what it's green or black at the time. And so in grade 3, there were 2 classes. One teacher, Miss Hilton, had both A and B in grade 3. So she taught both classes. And then while you sat in grade 3, many of us were scared of going to grade 4 because that was Miss Gabbay. Miss Gabbay, I don't know that Miss Hilton was married, and I don't know that Miss Gabbay was married either. I don't know. We never saw a husband or anything. But Miss Gabbay, she treats the kids like it's her own kids. She don't separate whether you are bright or you're not bright. She just know that you're in her class. Now in grade 4, there are two, there's A and B also, right? So there's 4A and 4B. So 4B would sit on the left going east, and 4A would sit on the right going towards the next building going west. And so when I went into grade 4, I was scared as hell. And though I wanted to maintain high grade, it was scary to go into Miss Gabbay's because you sit in grade 3 and you hear boof, 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 boof. Come here, boy, boof, boof. And she just boof everybody on them back. And if you don't boof is some heavy lick with strap. I mean, these straps were like a pound heavy, thick. And when them lick you stay lick. And so when you're in grade 3 and hear all of that going, how do you want to go to grade 4 to learn? You don't want to go there to learn because learning going to cost you your back or a strap. It'll cause a strap. And so I'm in grade 4, and she put me at the front. It was Collie, me and Collie, what Collie name? Collie Sterling at the front, and then I think there was Alric and Marcia and some other kids at the other front. So it's one row up front there. And let me tell you, I was scared. But after you being in the class for a while, you understand her and you understand what she requires. You can't talk patois, you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't do that. And then it became easier as the year go by. But she herself is a wonderful person at lunch. I mean, she will share her lunch with you. You're wondering, and you're sitting in the class, and she know that you didn't have lunch. She call you over and share her lunch with you. She's a wonderful person at lunchtime. But once class start, you'll come back in, and class start. She's a totally different person. One day, Collie sat next to me at the front, and I remember one day I always seem to have lunch money, so I always buy 2 patties. I never ate at the canteen because Mama always gave me money, and Collie always eat at the canteen. And this particular week, he said to me that he never had any. He's not gonna get canteen this week because his mother don't have the money. And I said, okay, that's fine. I can buy you a patty, you know. Well, uh, at lunchtime came, totally forget about Collie. Went down and bought me 2 patty and my drink and ate them both. And when I came back, Collie said, where my patty there? And I said, oh, I forget. And so you eat it up, I say, yeah. And Collie not say anything to me. He was mad though, I could tell. And so while we went back to class, you know, you have to get up after you go to lunch and you come back from lunch. They say the grace when you go to lunch, and then you stand up for something before they set you down to be quiet. Man. So when I came back from lunch and they had us stand up, we stood up, and when I sat down on a pencil. Collie was mad, and he set a pencil for my butt. God have mercy, poor Collie. Miss Gabbay murder him bad. And I don't know where Collie is. You know, I saw his mother recently, and it was the first time I was seeing her for like 50 years. She's about 80 something. Miss Vera. So I don't know where Collie is, but that was a sad moment for me. Sad for 2 reasons, because I got hurt, but Collie got murdered big time. So Miss Gabbay was Miss Gabbay's class is one that prepared you for the common entrance class. So if you did Miss Gabbay's class, it's almost certain that you're gonna move from Miss Gabbay's class into 6A, where they prepare you for common entrance exams. And so the lady, her name is Parker, at grade 6. Let me tell you something. You remember, if you recall, in one of the videos I said, you know, when you're down at the lower school, you'd hear a lot of noise going up at the big school, and you say, what the hell is going on up there? Well, it was Miss Parker, who is worse than Miss Gabbay, that she beat you for anything. But she had the highest pass rate in common entrance, probably 6 or 8 kids each year. And it's constant. You know, she always gets those passes. And it's like, you wonder whether or not you should go to Miss Parker class. You know, grade 6, it's probably the brightest class in the whole school. Because if you had to go to grade 7 and grade 8 and grade 9, that means you didn't pass common entrance, you didn't pass the other one. I remember the other school, the other technical, you didn't pass technical exam either. And so the grade 6 is the prime candidate, prime students in the school. But boy, them get some lick. Oh my God. Get some lick. And me too. I mean, I wasn't excluded. What I meant by then get some lick, everybody who comes to this grade 6 class gets lick, enough lick. And so I was with Miss Parker for one term, and Miss Parker died of cancer at the end of the Christmas term, the first year, and it was sad, but it was really hard, because we had gotten used to her. We knew what she wants you to recite poems or sing. Not sing too much, but a lot of recitation. She wants you to know all different kinds of poems, all different kinds of stuff, by heart. And she wants you to spell any word that she gives you. She wants you to spell it. If you don't spell it right, if you miss it, or if you just hook, she beat you. If you just stop on a dime for a second, she beat you, because you're supposed to know how to spell. You're supposed to know. When we were in grade 4, we learned our times up to 12 times 12. And when we go to Miss Gabbay, we had to learn up to 19. Right? Gabbay, Miss Parker, we had to learn up to 19. And so 19 times 19. So it was those those years were tender. When I tell people, yeah, I told you that I had I found a picture. My friend Barry gave me a picture of me when I was about 10, and it's about that time in our lives, during the time that I was going to Miss Parker's class, that picture was taken. And we're barefoot up to that page, up to that time. So some wonderful times. I must tell you that I had a wonderful, in the back of my mind, I had a great growing up. And you know, I extract the bad parts of growing up in my mind. There's if it's bad, I turn it into good. I mean, going to school barefoot today would be bad, but to me, it's okay. It's all right. You know, getting beaten is bad, but you know, it's okay. You know, and you know, getting beaten in school to learn is bad, but you know, you find a way to make it good. You know, so the reason people say those good old days is because they've taken the bad moments and they turn it into something that is, you know, they can learn from, or they have you know, come by, they've crossed the line, they've jumped over that hurdle, and now it's a good thing that they went through that kind of thing. So I mean, I'm wrapping up my early years up to about age 10, 11, you know, because at age 12, when I took the common entrance at 11, I thought I passed common entrance, but I didn't. And so, you know, when luckily the year that I finished 6th grade to go into 7th grade, was the year that the school, the Arokabesa, it was called Arokabesa Junior Secondary School, or Junior Secondary High School, because at that point in time, the school only went up to grade 9, right? So it's called Junior Secondary. But then by the time I got to grade 9, they had extended it to 10 and extended it to 11. So there are kids who came in at 9th grade, they actually went to grade 10, and the kids and then they went to grade 11 and so forth, because it was a brand new school and it was a feeder school for the all age school. So therefore they didn't have any students for grade 10 and 11. They only had kids who were going into grade 9. And so those kids, they didn't graduate. I don't think they graduated at grade 9. They go into grade 10 or something like that, right? And so I was lucky to be able to go to the junior high school at the beginning of the term. That would be grade 7. So, you know, I left grade 6 and went to the junior secondary school at grade 7. A brand new school, everything brand new, teachers. First me I see some of these teachers. I got a grade 7. But I was very, you know, not passing the common entrance really sent me flying. And it really had a major effect on me, because I thought I was bright enough to pass the common entrance exams. And so when I didn't pass, when I went to grade 7, all right, when I went to grade 7, there were 43 of us in the class. And I remember I came in 42. That was very disappointing for me.